When it comes to Youth of the Year, it is more than just a title. It's a presentation of the fine qualities that represent the youth within the Navy Yard Clubhouse. We present a team that not only embodies the mission statement of the organization, but the core values as well. So when it comes to respect, integrity, teamwork, and excellence, I can think of no other team but Mr. Navy Yard himself, Lazarus Voney.
Hello, my name is Brandon Bailong. I'm the Teen Campus Coordinator here at Madison Boys Girls Club, Navy Yard.
Hello, my name is Ashante Martin. I'm the Empowerment Coordinator at Navy Yard Clubhouse, which basically means I facilitate all of our prevention programs to all of our participants of all ages.
My name is Justice Hemingway, but everybody calls me Coach O. I'm the Sports and Fitness Coordinator of Navy Yard Boys and Girls Club, and some people call me the greatest coach ever, but that's speculatory.
Hi, I'm Devon Crossland, Safety Monitor, Navy Yard Clubhouse.
I would describe Lazarus as someone who is friendly, welcoming, and perseverant.
I would describe Lazarus as a very positive young man who knows who he is. He's very sure of himself, he's very confident, he believes in himself, and he's a very positive addition to any group that he's a part of.
He's quiet, but he's humble in my opinion. Whenever he speaks, he means what he says, and he says what he means.
Lazarus there's not one word to describe Lazarus, but I will say he is one of the hardest working kids I've ever met in my life because there was no expectation of him, and he always found a way to supersede every expectation, whether it's academically or athletically. It's just sensational or flawless, one of those two words.
Hi, my name is Amira Smith and I'm 16 years old. Kind, funny, caring.
My name is Claudia Robinson. I'm 15 years old and I'm a member of the Boys and Girls Club. Smart, hard worker, and a kind person.
Late November, just before Thanksgiving break.
I first met Lazarus when I started at Madison, I want to say October, November of 2025.
I met last year. I was playing a 5-on-5 against him, and I met him, and then we started becoming close friends after that.
About 2025, over in this gym, Navy Yard.
I met Lazarus probably a few months of me being here. He went to a local school and he just came here and he just saw the gym, and then ever since then, he just kept coming more and more and more, and now I see him every day.
I met Lazarus when I first began working at the Navy Yard Clubhouse last summer. He was one of the first teens to introduce himself and be forthcoming in answering the questions related to the prevention programs. A lot of them are related to drug use, alcohol use, things of that nature. And a lot of his peers were not very confident in that space and didn't feel comfortable engaging. And he was one of the first people to speak up and join the conversation.
Lazarus stands out because every time he comes to the program, he has either some real fancy suit or tie or what he's known for here at Madison with his courtesy. And right as he changes, he would go into basketball clothes. So that's just one way that Laz really stands out for us.
Lazarus stands out when he's in program by being a leader in whatever sense he needs to be in that moment. In a lot of spaces, he's a quiet leader by just doing the right thing and being someone that people can look to if they aren't sure what they should be doing. But also there are spaces where he does speak up and guide others who may be a little bit more naive or more playful than he is in a moment where that's not necessarily the most appropriate.
He doesn't get tired, and he doesn't quit, even though if he know he's doing it wrong, he's willing to keep trying and trying until he get it right.
Lazarus is one of the wittiest kids in the club. Whether or not he's the funniest, that's debatable, but his personality always has him standing out. He's very charismatic, whether it be how he dresses. We call him Mr. Quarter Zip because he always dresses to the nines. And athletically, he always does the little things consistently. He's one of those kids that, whether it be in the classroom or out the classroom, he's always going to try to find a way to have an edge. And his personality as well on the court is just intense because it comes down to his work ethic. He just wants to win. He wants to get better every day. And he always holds great characteristics, so it pours out on the court and in the classroom.
And it boosts his confidence, widen his thought on the world, maybe. Hopefully.
It would help him achieve his goals in a way where he can branch out from Brooklyn and then be able to learn things from the world to be able to bring them back into Brooklyn.
I think that Youth of the Year will be a perfect platform for Laz to really showcase that anybody can do it, especially members of the Boys and Girls Club. It would actually get a real look at a kid that came from the bottom. And I feel like it embodies everything within the club, what they stand for, their message, and their identity. Laz has the perfect identity, not only representing Navy Yard, but as well as a kid that is a regular kid that succeeds the odds despite his circumstances.
I think Laz is the best pick for Youth of the Year because, he's just an all-around interesting guy. Never scared to speak up for himself, never scared to express his own personality. He's just different, he's just not the same as others. So he would be the best pick.
I think Laz should be the Youth of the Year because he's a hard worker, he's very smart, and he's just very talented. And he wants it, really wants it. And he will put in the work and effort in it.
Youth of the Year would support Lazarus by giving him more resources, more support in establishing that path that he's trying to embark upon as he's choosing his future.
Never forget that people want to hear your voice and that your voice is always important.
Be yourself, stay confident, stay focused, humble, and patient. It'll all come.
Never let anybody tell you that who and where you come from is not as important. Being a Brooklynite is one of the most proudest things to be. Also, take that confidence and make sure that you keep it for the rest of your life. Never let anybody dim down your shine. You will do great things. I have never seen any teen work as hard as you have just to make sure that you got to this point in your life. Also, if anybody else didn't know, I've been the one editing this video, so that way he actually has something to remember us by. Keep being you, Lazarus. We're all proud of you.
You are him. I said that to him last week. I say that to him every day. You are him. You are an MVP. My definition of an MVP is a person that has morals, values, and principles. And Laz embodies everything that it takes to be a regular person to achieve anything. So Laz, future, you, I believe in you, whether or not you're a basketball player or not. I trust your intuition, I trust your work ethic, I trust where you came from and how you apply it to your everyday life and your story as well. And just keep doing what you're doing.
Laz has been through a lot from what I've seen, and he takes it really well. He never has random outbursts. He controls and conducts himself very well. Keep being you. Don't let anybody change you.
He has impacted me in a lot of ways because with him, he helped me boost up my average from an 80 to a 95, and he's just an inspiration on the court. Keep working hard and don't let nobody destroy your confidence.
Just continue to be confident and be sure of who you are, and check in with yourself. I think he's a very introspective young man, and I think that whatever he's doing is working, so he should continue to be aware of himself, be able to make his own mind up, make his own decisions, as I've seen him do time and time again. My message to him is to just keep being himself.